joining me today as we look at the careers for each of the signs. We're going to be looking at challenges, solutions, and then possible outcomes. So I hope that you find this helpful. Hello Leo, I have shuffled some cards for you. So let's take a look to see what your career guidance is today. So your first card is solutions. Success that comes from objective compromise, self-control, and patience, forgiving and healing energy. So in your traditional deck, this would be your temperance card. I do apologize for my cat, Odin, that's making some noises here today. He's in the talkative mode. Perspective, the Archangel Chamuel, there's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight, and dare to be different. So in the normal Rider White, this would be the Hangman card. The Nine of Raphael, make a wish, dreams become reality, a joyful time of life. From the Psychic Tarot, I have some very well used cards, so I apologize for the state of them. We have number 2, which is part of the Major Arcana, which is also called the High Priestess. In normal tarot, we have intuition. And your last card is trapped in fear. Right, let's have a look to see what your cards tell us, Leo, with regards to your career. So first of all, I want to say to you, for those of you that have been overthinking things, okay, I want to say, or that feel like nothing's going your way, or that everything is stuck or being restricted, or there's a whole bunch of negative stuff that's going on here. I'm going to say to you that this is more, even though it might be coming out on a physical level, it does look to me very much like it is it's starting on an emotional level and on a mental level. All right, so they are just talking very much about self-imposed restrictions, or a mental victim mentality, and how negative thoughts are actually sort of imprisoning your mind. So they are saying that there is a way out of it, and the way out of it is to follow your intuition, all right, to follow your internal guidance, because even though at the moment you may feel like you're at a dead end, or maybe your job's unfulfilling, or that you are there's no way out of your current situation, you are being assured that there are solutions. Okay, so your first card that came out here was very much orientated about solutions. Okay, so there are definitely solutions that are coming as a result of you putting the work in, looking at things from a different perspective, maybe creating a plan that you can then implement, not just wishful thinking but wishful doing, and by doing some deep reflection and getting out of your head, that you will start getting the results that you're looking for. All right, so it's not the end of the road unless you choose for it to be the end of the road, but I do feel that if you choose differently, you're going to get differently. This does look to me that if you need to pause for a bit, and if you decide that you want to just reflect a little bit on how things are, I do feel that you'll be able to get your control back. All right, so I do feel that your wishes can be granted. If you want something differently, or if you're looking for emotional or financial fulfillment, or whatever it is that your deepest desires are, I do feel that, and for some of you it might even just be recognition, and recognition for loyalty, or appreciation. I do feel that everything that you are hoping for, wishing for, I do feel that it can come out, but you can get it, but I feel like you almost need to get out of your head, because putting too much emphasis on what you don't have is preventing you from enjoying what you do want. Okay, so maybe the internal reflection and that kind of thing, that little bit of pause period that you take out, is going to help you to almost approach life a little bit differently. That's going to give you the success that you're looking for. All right, so maybe, as it says here, forgiving what's holding you back. I think that those two cards are also sort of reflecting each other, to say maybe the way that you get yourself out of this prison is to actually just stand up and walk out of it. Take your control back, do what you need to do. It looks very much like those bars, that window, that door is reflected in that card, and that's got a handle on it. So there is a way, there is a solution out of your situation, if you just look at it in a slightly different way and implement what it is that you need to implement, that will lead to your wishes being granted, or your desires being fulfilled. Yeah. All right. I'm also hearing about paying attention to words, your own words in your head, as well as the words of others. Maybe distilling information, not taking things just on face value, but actually listening to what is being said and what's not being said. Because I also believe that synchronicities and coincidences are also very likely to happen. So you do need to pay attention, okay? Because if you're looking at things from an upside down point of view, you might actually miss things, okay? Because things aren't exactly as they might first seem, or the way that you had first perceived them to be. So you really do need to follow your gut to be aware of what's actually going on. First of all, beyond the obvious, because knowledge is power, but also because of maybe perceptions that were created based on this mental, this victim mentality. All right. Overall, I would definitely say, Leo, that in terms of your career, even though there might be a couple of delays, and even though change might be needed, you definitely need to take control of the situation in order to move the outcome in the direction that you want it to go. But I do feel that this is about, even if you may not have control, you do have control with what you do with the situation. So even though it might be a good time for you to step back and let things play out a little bit, instead of getting overwhelmed with them, your transition and your changes, and what you're looking for, your solutions, are definitely on their way. They might take a little bit longer than you expected, but I really do feel that your solutions, your changes, your answers, your breakthroughs are most definitely on their way to you. So I'm going to have a look at this card a little bit more closely. And he's holding that little cup there, which made me think it was the genie lamp that we have in our wish fulfilling card on that side. So this really does tell me, and obviously it's 2 cups, so it's the temperance, the measured, the balance, the measured responses, responding rather than reacting, in your victim mentality card, and the overcoming of your obstacles. He's walking on water here, so miracles can and will happen, as I said in your wish fulfilling card on that side. And there it looks to me like his way is being lit by that fire. So I really do feel here, Leo, that if you're looking for change, if you've been thinking about possibly changing jobs, or looking for a new job, or getting frustrated because the new job hasn't come up for you, I would say definitely check the energy that you're putting out, or your what's going on inside your head, and maybe start focusing on more of the positive, so that opposite way of doing things can possibly bring you the results that you're looking for. But this looks to me like you're going to be taking all of your experience. Now the ankh is a fertility symbol as well, so taking all of your experience and using the fertility that you are looking for, okay, to open the doors to get you to where it is that you're wanting to be. Okay, so I hope that clears things up for you, Leo. I really appreciate hearing from you in the comments, and then obviously liking and subscribing always helps the channel. And I hope that this has given you a little bit of insight into what you can expect in your career sector. And as always, remember, you are always in control of how you look at things, when you look at things, why you look at things, and then obviously the implementation, the action orientated steps to get you out of where you're at towards where you want to be. Things don't fall out the sky, but miracles can be created by just implementing your formulas. So there we go. Hope that helps. Until we meet again, you take care. Stay blessed. Bye for now, Leo.